Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here for Super Dimension Fortress Macross on a Monday. It is Macross Monday. Last time on Macross, we discovered that the bonds forged in the fires of a last-ditch life-or-death struggle for the existence of humanity have begun to decay. Kaifun and Minmay have had a falling out. Hikaru and Hayase have fallen into a rut, having never made their relationship anything more than a passing feeling, it seems, despite Hayase's efforts. And the tenuous unification of Zentradi and humans as kinfolk appears to be falling apart, with tension and violence erupting across the world, I think, and internal violence as our characters struggle with who they are and how the hell they're supposed to fit in this world and who they're supposed to be in love with. Because I thought we'd settled it all in that happily ever after sort of state, as everything ended in episode 27. But no, the story goes on, and things are much more complicated than a simple save the world, get the girl. Now, there are two girls, one of whom really wants to get got, and the other of whom seems to want to go form her career or something, or figure her shit out. They've matured. They've changed. They've grown in little bits. Will they fit together differently now? And will circumstances allow for it? And will those circumstances arrange themselves in such a way that it doesn't have to be brutally mean and cruel to Misalisa Hayase, because I really like her and she's grown on me a lot and I feel like she deserves better than she's getting. With our relationships up in the air and the fate of the now allied Zentradi human society of this planet rebuilding and tearing down what they've rebuilt, for reasons that have been kind of on the fringes. They haven't been really clear other than they're Zentradi, it's kind of what they do, they're just going back to their old ways. What are we going to do here? Crack down the law? Put all Zentradi in chains? Maybe figure out a way to create some kind of a lasting peace? Or enlist those Zentradi in some kind of war effort that diverts their energies elsewhere? I don't know. But we got to do something, because we've just clawed on to the barest grasp on survival, and there's not much left of us, and we could really do ourselves in a hurry if we wanted to. And that's not good. It's not good. I need to do a drawing. I've got this idea of our three core characters sort of sitting in different directions, so I'm going to try to make that work, and I don't know how it's going to go. So I figure I see it like this is a cockpit seat or something, and then this is like a chunk of rock. I'm not sure. I think that's probably another seat, but she's looking off away. Okay, so then... Okay. Yep, I am cool with that. Minmay in the fetal position, Hikaru flying in his own direction, and Hayase looking into the distance. All of them tied together, backs together in some way, but all of them looking in their own directions. I feel it. And with that, I believe I am ready once more to venture into the world of Super Dimension Fortress Macross. So let's watch episode 29. I've got it up and ready to go. 2 versions, picture-in-picture in the description, timer on YouTube, beep beep timer to count you down, early access on the description, in the Patreon in the description. Beep beep timer. Such a distinctive helmet. Now I know that I've seen that helmet referenced in other places and not realized it. I don't know where they were. I couldn't go and find them if my life depended on it. But it's like the Kon saying Kakizaki as he rides the bike thing. Macross is everywhere. It's everywhere. Vanessa's the one who got a promotion, right? Good job, Vanessa. Lonely song. No music to start. Min-May focus? Singing alone? Mm-hmm. Mm. Ted Centrati. Min-May stuff? Oh, that's... Woof. Oh, it's one of the fighters. Okay. Whew, what a start. That was awesome. That wipe was really cool too. Woof. Okay, now we get to see Sims and Trotty doing labor. Yeah. Oh, shit. He's just kicking trucks. Okay, you're exploding people, dude. I think that means sayonara. Nope, he's gone. Okay, so they don't like being just put to work. Ooh, what's this? What's this little peaceful town? A restaurant? Restaurant? I want to go... Oh, shit! She's performing at restaurant! Just step down. Yeah, that's a couple steps down, Min-May. Holy shit, you're the savior of humanity and you're performing to empty clubs. Why are you still with Kaifun? Did we not learn anything? What the fuck? Are we doing science stuff? Hello. Uh-oh. We're just gonna skip the performance, huh? Feels like a very low quality episode. Wow! Why are you still together? So it's either charity concerts and rich people concerts. No. What? Why are you still here, Minmay? You fully ran away. You fixed it. Reasonable. I think you're singing for Kaifun's wallet. I don't think you're singing for anything, Miss Minmay. This is a big step down. Oh, cars are cool. Just leave the door open. Hey! What? Yan Yan doesn't exist. Oh, it's back! Yeah, this is fully a different studio. You can tell in the way that they're drawing everything. Oh my god, Minmay! Yeah, honestly, well, I'll find my own way. Okay, good. I'd rather you didn't, but okay, great. Are we finally gonna be able to ditch Kaifun? Okay, the transitions are really cool. The opening scene was great. Everything else has looked terrible. Okay, but not identical. Okay, we knew that. Huh. Hey? Yeah, I agree. It's love that offsets. It doesn't make the warlikeness disappear. I think your emotions are distorting your perception of the facts. That's a good question. So what was your scary conclusion? Can't we make the Zentradi more like humans? Okay, Nyan Nyan Cafe has been rebuilt. It exists. Hmm. Yeah, better here. This is where your roots are, dude. And Sans Kaifun, big win. Oh yeah, her own old room has been rebuilt somehow. Ooh. Man, there's a real struggle in the expression of the episode because there's like really potent emotion going on, and you were watching them be unable to make that expressible through the screen really effectively. Like that's just a shot of eyes and it doesn't do what you'd want it to. This is awesome. Wow. This is the literal place and that's been literally partly repaired. Okay. Crazy shot. Yeah, that corner is the only piece that you can see the repairs. I was thinking this place got completely demolished. Okay, she's thinking about the boy. And the weird time that he weirdly gave you his Medal of Honor. For you. Oh my god, right. The worst present. Thanks. So weird. But now it's so sweet. Sort of. Brutal. I don't know what you got till it's gone. What am I singing for? And Minmay becomes a strategist. Oh boy, okay. He is in Macross City though, right? Well, whoa! Oh, really? Meet cute, meet cute, meet cute. Oh! That's a little creepy. No, you're fans. You're fans. Fanda. Oh, they're gonna take her, aren't they? We're gonna miss the meet cute by a minute. We're gonna miss it by a minute. They'll like it. Oh, call that a smash cut. Suddenly. Oh boy. Yeah, they're just raging giants. Meet cute. Oh no! Ah, the different one. Ridiculous. Everybody's out this morning. About him? About the city. She's not wearing heels. Or they've just messed up the spacing. Oh! Ah! What was that? Were you gonna... But don't take... Oh my god! Oh my god, she's so fast! Oh shit. Just everything at once. I love the structure of this episode. It's insane. Violence will be answered with violence. So, they're giants. But we don't want to talk. What Zentradi forces? They'll kill you. Ah. Huh. Yeah, we need to divert their energies. Can we sing this to peace? Oof. All we want is to war! Oh, jeez, they're gonna this is gonna go bad. Guys, Boston Massacre. Think back. Wow. Where's Lin Minmay? Ooh, he's just walking. That's what you were singing for, but I don't even know if it'll work at this point. Oh my god, that failed meet cute was brutal. Yeah, so we come back to the dead Zentradi at the start. And the wind blows. Are you gonna be the rallying point? Wow, 10,000 giants. Yeah, the two of them together. The return of douchebag McFucksticks and Laplames. Shit, 10,000 giant shock troopers will do it. I knew he should have died. He has got a full bubble. Oh, wow. They've been trapped here? That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, not shown for the concert. Oof. Yeah, the Min-Mei songs are not working. Shit's been wild. She's got her fire back. She's got her fire back. Okay. He's just lost in that. What? Impossible. Doesn't mean anything. It's pretty sparse. Quit. That would be good to have. That would be really good to have. And she sings against war. To war we go. Just what the Zentradi wanted, but not for them. Wow! So sad! So many opportunities for good things that just... Oh, we're actually gonna come back to this? I didn't think we would actually bookend with it. I thought we would just thematically bookend with the idea with them going off into the far beyond, but there we go. All for pride. Ah. All right. Well, that ends episode 29, and it is that's weird. That's a weird episode, and here is my take on why. I think that visually this is one of the weakest episodes that we've had, full stop. Particularly when it comes to something that is usually the highlight of even the weaker episodes, the facial animation expressionism of the characters and their general look and feel. Why is this not this should hook. There it goes. The general look and feel. I think the general look and feel of this episode mostly kind of sucks, and I think a lot of the facial expressions and movements of the characters are jank as hell, and shatter my suspension of belief a little bit, just because of how jank the characters look compared to how I know they actually look. And also the almost Western cartoonish style on some of the elements, specifically on Kaifun and Minmei when they're talking together in these scenes. It's almost like I'm watching like Family Guy. Like this shot in the car and then the big lumpy foot. It's lumpy and bumpy and lame, and the characters' faces are flat. And when they go for really expressive, extreme moments, they're only made extreme by like whipping cameras and overdone stuff. Movie style crazy. Wow, it's bombastic. And it's not very bombastic, and it's also not very good at nailing the subtleties that would really make this episode shine. Because there are a lot of potent, subtle expressions in the episode as characters look at each other and stuff, but instead, you get a bunch of characters all simultaneously or one after another going at a non-reveal. Right, okay. But it's the face stuff between Kaifun and Minmei, and specifically when she gets back to her room, there are all these like really deeply expressive, potent moments as we slow zoom into Minmei's face, and she has these memories of stuff and people laughing and audiences and Hikaru and all this stuff. It still has the weight of the scene, right? This is still Minmei coming home and feeling something, and it's potent, but the subtlety of expression that we've gotten in the eye line from our characters throughout Macross isn't there. And if it were, this would be a way better scene. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So it's just a damn shame, because the thematic, emotional, tense potency of the episode, I think, is actually all there in a lot of ways. Even if I dislike some of it, just because it pisses me off that we set up so many elements of a perfect meet cute, we even do this like spinny cam in between, which I think is ridiculous and in that realm of like over-the-top ham-eating bombast. That spinny cam from Minmei over to Hikaru to demonstrate they're in the same space and he might run into her, but then instead he runs into Hayase, and then Minmei runs up and sees Hayase and Hikaru together and makes all the right intuitions, and it's terrible. She starts to cry. While Hikaru says something to Hayase about putting her pictures in the photo album, and he's gonna give her a, I did that, however, like, but... What's the but? What's the but that you're asking for there? But I'd really like to see more sexy pictures of you, please. Got any bikini shots? Like, I don't know where that's going. So, my initial takeaway that I still haven't really finished effectively here is that I think that the visual element of this episode is spectacularly weak. However, it's scattered with a bunch of cool transitions and compositional ideas that make the overall framing of the thing feel very watchable, in my opinion. And the flow between scenes feel, except for the jarring transitions when they are a little bit jarring, feel very watchable and a coherent episode that's good times to watch. It's just there are pieces of the visuals where you look at it and you're like, eh. And I have to kind of imagine what I think the characters actually look like in that circumstance, because I'm sort of seeing... I'm seeing the equivalent of the rough sketch Ganga instead of actually seeing the fleshed out product. You know what I mean? It's like, I just see the stage instructions. Minmei's eyes go wide. And it's like, oh, her eyes sure went wide, and whatever nuance was supposed to be in that eyes widening is lost in the sauce, you know? So, let's skim through the episode, because there are a couple things that I want to mention in particular. The first of them is this opening sequence. Second time in 2 episodes, I think, because the opening sequence with going up to the flowers and finding life, and life and death sort of together, was the opening of last episode, and it was similarly sort of quiet and silent and had less music, and it was interesting in certain ways. This opening sequence starts off silent, clouds rolling by, and is deeply somber, and I think a very potent image of this lone Zentradi soldier dead, sitting outside their pod, like having landed and survived, sitting outside their pod, clutching the little Minmei doll, and letting themselves waste away because they have nowhere to go. Kyun, 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 kyun. And it's that, you know, it's that culture has had effects that could not be predicted, and those effects last on past the initial performances, right? Now everybody lives in a world that's been colored by them. As we pull out and the music fades into the distance, it's really touching. I feel it. I think this big cloud transition is gorgeous. It's just a bunch of ink smeared on a cell being pulled across the screen. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's so sad to me that so many shows don't do really rad transitions. This is a really rad transition, showing us Macross City, and finally showing us what Zentradi labor looks like. So are the guys doing all the welding and stuff inside Zentradi as well? It wasn't clear to me because I didn't see them directly in. I guess I'm supposed to think that because of the framing here that they are full-size Zentradi. I'm not sure what they're working on. Big machinery of some kind. Anyway, they're getting fed up with doing all this work, and when an enormous 25-foot tall person gets fed up and starts kicking things, the things around them happen to be exploding vehicles that have people in them. And that's a problem. It's a real big problem. And it's making struggles between the Zentradi too, because some of them want to stay and want to maintain peace and stuff, but some of them need to get the fuck out. And so they wander away, 10,000 of them. All of them 25 fucking feet tall, to be clear. You know what's not clear? And really pisses me off? Minmay escaped her cousin manager guy. She escaped him last episode, and now we're back to it. That makes me really sad. Makes me really sad because it feels like we spent a bunch of the time in this episode just getting up to the exact same place that we were in the last episode. It's as though nothing has changed. We're pros, says Kaifun, as though we still agree with that and are like still on that ball. We're still following him around, going to the shows that he does, donating half to charity instead of all of it, which is what Minmay seems to want to do, and seemingly singing for his reasons, not ours. And it's wrong. It's bad. And it also, it's like retconning what happened in the last episode. They had a falling out, and I wanted that to continue. I wish that continuity had continued. I thought when we opened on this slow pan of the desert and with Lonely Song, I thought we were going to open on a bedraggled Minmay hiking her way through the desert with no help and nobody around her, alone and sad and freaked out and going to die. I thought that's where we were going to go with this and have her be found by somebody or find civilization and reignite her passion that way or something. But instead, we take 2 steps back and we're back with Kaifun, and I hate it. I think we do ditch him by the end of the episode, though, so that's good. There are some parts of the episode, to fly in the face of what I said about it feeling good thematically and as though it flows well, there are some parts where I feel like it's just people talking about stuff in order to fill the time of the episode. Like, the whole Exodol report doesn't really say much, I think, but we treat it like it's a big thing. But what we say back and forth is basically, humans are like Zentradi, and Zentradi are like humans, and both of us, I think, like war, and then we fight about that. I don't know, it's kind of fillery, and it doesn't really indicate what I think they think it indicates. It doesn't feel to me like it's the big, bam, trigger, we should all be freaked out about this, we're all the same. Why we sing? Oh yeah, here's some moments of terrible face. Some really bad face, and then some really bad double face. It's just rough. Car, driving, Minmay almost drops out of the car because, oh, Jesus. And, whoa, it's fun, but again, it's kind of just leaning on chaos. Impulsive. Science. Huh? And a little battle back and forth with Mr. No Eyes, who says, nah, man, we are pretty warlike. And Hikaru doesn't have a great answer for it. It's like, no, we're not. I think the answer is that we may be equally warlike, but we have the capacity and the well-learned, well-established capacity to love. Without that, our warlike nature might overwhelm us. So it's that added element, not so much that we're destined to be in the same place. We have to focus on the part that saved us from it in the moment and has saved us for all of that history. But we haven't really put it together. And Hikaru's not really the person to, you know? He's not really the person to figure it out. Little reunion is pretty cute, and it's definitely, like a return to form. This singing and being a highfalutin singing lady isn't really Minmay to me. She sings because she loves it. And that's the whole reason she did it in the first place. And she loves these people in this place and people around her and, you know, like creating food and fun and joy and love and stuff. And so this return to a place that's filled with that is really cool and great. But of course, it also is a return to a place that ends up reminding her immensely of Hikaru. Although in the goofiest, worst ways, still wistfully and pleasantly reminded of Hikaru. Good to see the 3 all doing well. Bad to see Zentradi going and freaking the fuck out. Hayase kind of looks terrible. It's just, like in the last couple episodes, she's looked so pretty and been so well drawn, and then she just kind of looks terrible. Man, this is a bad meet cute. Bad smash bang boom. Minmay screaming and crying, and the Zentradi challenge them to send us back, give us a war. What we want is to fight. So if you're not going to give that to us, don't talk to us like you care. And he's able to show his real, true care by getting up after being smashed back into a wall and putting his own body between a giant gun-toting mech suit and these fleeing Zentradi. He prevents violence from breaking out, but can't keep them around, so they wander off into the distance. And Hikaru is unable to solve this problem with his means. Nobody's able to solve it. And it's just what Kamujin Kravshera has been looking forward to. Certainly someday my Ice Fortress pickle ship plan will come to fruition. And it seems that it has. You know what's not coming to fruition? Minmei's concert. Sorry, Kaifun. Just kidding, she's here. And she's going to sing us out, talking about the sadness of soldiers marching together as we choose to enter once more into conflict. Thank goodness. And we bookend with her effect once more. Pulling out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. It looked like we were going to have Max and Millie going off on a cool mission. I'm very pleased with that because they're hot. They're hot. They're so hot. It's just such energy. Wow. Wow. Not exactly a banger of an episode, you know what I mean? And yet, still pretty potent stuff. Still pretty good stuff, and I think that's a testament to the overall cast of characters and flow capacity of the writing staff of Macross, because I think it's pretty good. If I just ignore some of the visual elements, this is a pretty good episode. And it moves us in a direction, or a couple directions. Chaos leading to a broad-scale revolution being backed by former powers, and a specific mission to gather some military might and some auto ship factories, which would be really cool. And I also want to go see those because those seem really cool, and it tickles my sci-fi itch. That's it for my take on this episode of Macross. I thought it was okay. What did you think? Were there any crucial elements in this episode, or do you think it's mostly filler? How do you feel about it? Let me know, and I'll see you next week on Macross Monday for more Macross on Monday. Because, you know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next week. Much love. Peace.